Now, how do I get the chat to work on this thing? Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Oops. Can't forget the top pin. That's too short. For those of you wondering, this is the frame for that guy over there. That's it for a second. I can't see if I have a conversation going or not. There we go. Looks like it works. I need these, however cheap, are excellent. Kill the audio. I can hear myself talking in the background. It's ridiculous. Why am I hearing myself? I'm new to this. Whoever's watching, if anybody, bear with me. Okay. Right. Whatever, I'll just ignore that background noise. The thing about 3D printing is you do get a little bit of flashing that you gotta get in there and clean it up every once in a while. And extra glue there. And once this guy is done and dry, we'll be able to fit carapace to it. Go to a box of parts. I guess I can do this. That. Let me just double check my stream to make sure it's in shot here. Looks like it. So this guy goes right. Ah, there's notches here built into the sucker. Snaps right in. At least it should. There we go. There we go. And same with the rear. Of course, this carapace in the gray is going to be painted. Come on, guy. There we go. So it looks something like that. And that's going to be a nice yellow. To match. Now let's get this out of the way. This armor. Oops. Just kind of slipped. I think you can see that one too well. So I'll just crank him up here. Let's see how that looks. Well, there's quite a delay on my video. Okay, so gotta glue this sucker together because we're gonna have to paint it eventually. I designed this guy to be cross-pinned to give it extra support. In the future, I'll hopefully make some kind of just easy snap system, but in the meantime, this will do. Just double check that. I think I missed a hole. That's what she said. Okay. The key is to cutting the pins so that you don't push the parts apart, but just bring them together and provide the support they need. That one's too short. Okay. Oops. Little butterfingers here. I like to cut the ends flat, just to make sure it has as much material contacting these holes as possible. It's a little too long. Say that this is not quite merging like I want it to. A little bit of a gap there. Oh well, screw it. One thing I like to do is try and get the glue on the inside of the carapace. That way, when you put it together, it doesn't squeeze out too much over the top. But we're going to put enough primer on this thing to kill a camel. So that should hide some of it. And this is my life for the next minute or two. I don't want to hear myself. All right. Oh well. Can't forget to glue this little guy. And that right there is the hatch for the captain of this mighty mech. To give you an idea of scale, this is a 28mm man representing a 6-foot person. So all my characters are going to be based off of that scale size. In the bottom left corner of your screen, you can see there's a power suit with a guy doing a T-pose. It's going to be based off actual human proportions. So when I get done with that power suit, I'll have multiple poses of little power suits to walk around this mech. I don't know, I may, give him some thicker soles or something, make him a little taller. Because these are small. They're small. Okay, see how we're doing here. Pretty good. I like to reinforce this with a bit of tape. Got some good stuff back here. The flex fit. Very nice. Come on, Edge, where are you? It's fighting me. Oh, there it is. Bear with me. Okay. Let's see here. Get that sucker right there in the middle. And not quite middle. It's okay if it goes up over the edge because we're going to try and go across the entire seam. And it's going to be inside the mech, so you really won't see it. There we go. Okay, that's one piece. Next. To the edge here. Awesome sauce. Got to massage the tape in. Oops. I don't like that. Wait a second. There we go. Okay. A little off center, but it's on the seam. Plus this glue, not intended for plastic, I guess, but it's really awesome. That seam in there. There we go. Nice and tight. Okay, final piece. Stem edge. Don't you dare. Okay. That edge in there again. There we go. Now that's properly ported. And we shall put on our hatch. Originally I designed this to open and close. As you can see here, because I kind of thought it'd be cool to have like a half soldier sticking out the top with a pair of binoculars. Maybe later, but the problem is that the back of the hatch, when I designed it, this is so thin that when you print it, it tends to break when you cross-pinned it. So maybe I'll rebuild it, redesign it so that it has a little more robust, support to it. As long as it looks good. But in the time being, I just have a one-piece version. Okay, a little glue, not too much. Okay, and straighten it out. It's gonna pop in there. There we go. For the most part, straight. Give that a second. So looks like you got a little bit of coming out. Quality in time. The beauty about PLA is that it polishes itself. So if you've got a rough edge, you can take PLA and buff it out. Okay. What is mine the music? Ah, good old Bavaria. Now. Okay. Time to grab a soda popper. I don't know what neck you guys are from, but here we call it soda. I don't know what they call it, pop. Some places they call it Coke, no matter what it is. Today we are drinking Mug Floats. Yeah, no sugar. Okay, so I guess we could set this guy aside. Now we gotta fit. This here is the shoulder ball socket. A little background on the way I designed this. It's supposed to be a magnetic pull system. since it's a nuclear-powered mech, you can use magnetization to actually control a ferrous core in the shoulder to move it around, so there's no need for hydraulics to actuate the shoulder. And of course, it's got ventilation systems, coolant lines, and everything on it. And of course, it's riveted too, to give it that World War I aesthetic that we all like. So in theory, it should just pop in here. I've had to adjust this part several times. It's a little stiff. I don't like to force things too much. Oh, there we go. There you have it. And then this here is the floor plate. The oxygen tanks on the bottom there. More ventilation systems. And this supports these plates by sliding in like so. Might have it backwards. Hold on. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. No, I think I had it right the first time. Yeah. So once it's in there, keeps these plates in, but I like to bond these plates in because they do tend to pop out at the top like that. And when you bond them in, it makes it super solid. Of course, now's the messy part. Get them in there without getting glue everywhere. Let's see here. Fun. Okay. It's a nice little spread. Straighten it out a little bit. There we go. No touch of the glue. Let's try not to. Come on, guy. I had you in perfectly the last time. This happens every time. As soon as you put glue on, it doesn't want to cooperate. Oh, there we go. As soon as I say that, it cooperates. Boom. I'm going to put some clamps on that. Because this I don't have to hold. Harbor Freight is your best friend in this case, by the way. Okay. I just want to go down a little lower. There we go. So let that dry for a few minutes. Here's to you guys. A nice Saturday evening. Quiet. Peaceful. Ah. Delicioso. Now, while that's drying, I suppose we could assemble our floor plate, or at least fit it somewhat. These here are the hydraulic blocks that connect the waist hydraulics to the torso hydraulics. So, to show you, but you can see them on the rotating picture there. You can see where the hydraulics and the gut are. It brings the mech together. Okay, let's see here. They should just slide in. There we go. Now, one thing I thought about with this mech was maintenance. Because you are going to be messing with it. You know. You may need to fix a part from time to time. This one's a little bit stiff. Come on, guy. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. So you can see there's holes here. These are also cross bin holes, which hold these parts in because they're cross. I keep hearing myself in the background. Where the hell is that coming from? Maybe it's the camera. Hold on. First time streaming, so cut me some slack. Don't know. Very peculiar. Maybe it's coming. It's coming through kick. That's what it is. I think I got it. I'm not hearing myself now. Okay, I win. All right. Finally. I'm not hearing myself echo back and forth. Let's see here. Back to retard stream. Okay. Let's see here. Gonna bring that up. Let's see. Still learning all the streaming stuff, so it is what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna test my chat out on YouTube. Yo, see if it comes in on Restream. Okay, it did come through Restream. Now let's test it in Kick. Yo. Okay. Okay, came through Restream. Okay, cool beans. So, if anybody ever messages me of any kind, I will see it on Restream. All right. Now, where was I? No more bad echo in the background, so I can focus. I'm not trying to filter out my own voice. Okay. That's a very small little bit there. Save that guy for later. Now these are the lower hydraulics. I printed them out in yellow because you can actually clear coat these, take the shine off of them, and then paint them so they, already are yellow, which is the main armor color for it. And it looks all right. Like you can see with this guy, once again, this is painted right here. Oh, let the stream catch up. Nah, fuck it. This is the painted with the airbrush here. But this up here, that's just the yellow that has been clear coated, panel lined, and just a little bit of paint around the edge here. And it looks really close to this. So, I don't know. Smaller parts I think you can get away with just like printing them in the base color that you want. And then the bigger parts you want to paint, of course. You know, to get the kind of results you're looking for. Alright. Take a swig here. Now, man, that stuff's weird. Float's Vanilla Howler. It doesn't taste like a root beer float. It's, you know, like when you take like vanilla extract, you just take a sip of it to clear your throat or something like that. Or like when you're cooking, you use some vanilla. It just tastes like vanilla extract without the alcohol. I miss sometimes, but not tonight. Back to model building. Okay. Trying not to get glue in my fingers because I hate that. Everybody hates that. Unless you cut yourself open, you need to glue your skin back together, which I've done before. There we go. Oops. All right. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. It's a finagle job, but you get it in there. When I first made this part, it was 1-to-1, so it was super tight. Often enough, I'd break the frame trying to get in there, and eventually I got tired of fighting it so much, I just redesigned it. Okay, now it's fighting me. And yes, I could have designed this better. But this is number 1. The next machine is going to be a lot better. My tank actually is the next thing. It's huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge tank. You're going to love it. It's going to be so much tank. Come on, guy. Ah! See that? It keeps flipping on me. Go. All right, there we go. There we are. Lovely. There he is looking at you. We have printed this guy out at a 0.12 layer height, also known as ultra fine or fine, one or the other. And it has done the job. Let's see here. Should hum along to the music, I'm sure I'm behind. There's Restream. All right. A little bleed over back here. which we will work into the seam nicely. Actually, I should make some paddles. I'll show you guys a little trick. Get yourself a piece of filament. Look at them being swatted, the dog's moving around upstairs. Okay, so get your piece of filament, flatten it out, and then you get yourself some pliers, which are over there. So far, streaming is not so bad. I think I got the hang of it. The music's not too loud. Hopefully somebody will tell me if it is. So, make these little paddles. Just take this, squeeze it, and that. Then you cut the tip. You got yourself a nice little tool for applying glue, paint, whatever you want. I usually like to double it up. There we are. And the best part, it's cheap and it works. Make a bunch of these. Awesome little tool. And the stuff dries pretty fast, so I'm pretty sure this is cool. Now, what's next? Oh, I'm gonna go take a leak. That's what's next. Actually, let's make this better. There we are. Be right back. Don't change that dot.
Losing resolution. More power.
And we're back. Great sense of relief has come over me. Adios, muchachos. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay. Oh, yes. Almost forgot. So, this sucker is cross-pinned as well from the rear. So you could use a paper clip, or you could just use a beam of, a piece of filament like everything else, but it has to go through the back to hold this guy down because it actually locks in to the inner frame right there. Let's see here. I always get it wrong front to back. There we are. I think that's right. And no, that is not right. Let's try that again. And that is a tight fit. So you can see that it goes in there like so. We need to open these holes up a little bit. In fact, I'm going to pop this out just to be on the safe side. But it is tight. That's good. Maybe I'll just leave it in. Nah. There we go. Okay. Let's open this guy up. One thing I have noticed is that for this cross pin, it works for a while. Some PLA, for some reason, gets really dry and it just fractures. It falls apart on you. Don't know why. So, usually a piece of metal back here is ideal, but I'm okay with just using PLA for now. Okay. Let's cut a piece to measurement. This music makes me think of Halloween. Right around the corner, guys. It's coming. Actually, when's the next Friday the 13th? Okay, there we go. So cut that to length. I always like to leave things with a little bit of overhang because you might have to come back and pull it out with pliers later to repair it. So now we got our length in there. Pop that out. And this guy back in. And I did it wrong again. I think. One thing I've learned is to make the front and back parts of things very distinct from one another, not so identical as I've done this, because assembly is always easy that way. You're not flipping things around 4 or 5 times. Okay, it's not quite in there yet. There we go, come on. Okay, let's need a little more encouragement. There we go. And you see. Sorry, I had to skip that one. A little too jazzy for me right now. But there it is. Now it's all one piece pretty much. Fun part, this one's a little bit tricky, is the head plate. Here be the head. And its neck. As you can see. And then here's the plate. And this plate goes inside this archway here, as you can see. And it's a bugger. But I did do some modification to it recently. It's got a hook on this lip right here and catch this edge here and then pop into place. Be a little finicky at times. But when I'm, of course, when I'm showing you guys, it works the first time. Like everything else. But yes, there you can see It's got some lovely ventilation on it too. Gonna do my Christopher Walken voice here. It's got some wonderful ventilation. You'll see that the ball socket here allows for the head to move around in multiple directions. But we're gonna bond that guy in there as well too. Let's get to it. And then we can snap the head in place. This is where having this little guy, this little tool of ours, is going to be very useful. So we just put a little bit on our bladed tip that we made in case we drip a little bit. There we go. Oops. Don't want to drip too much. Okay. Down in the groove we go. Like butter. A little more glue. Got some there. Okay. And then put a dollop on the top. Around there, a little more. Awesome sauce. I'm gonna wipe that off because I can use this little bladed guy quite a bit more. I'm gonna get in there that smear and glue all over the place. Oh, there we go. That actually fit really well. Get a clip on this guy. Some nice ambient music. Very dark. On there. Can't support that a little better. There we go. And then we'll take our excess here in the back and kind of work it around the edge. Let that dry. See? Head pops into here. I'm going to sand this guy a little bit just to help it pop in there a little bit. Some of the ball sockets need a little bit of sanding. The layer lines do polish off in time. They do become looser. But right off the printer, they can be pretty nasty. Let's get some. Where's my sandpaper? Where is my sandpaper? Gonna have my sandpaper now. Yeah, not feeling this track. A little too heavy. What's this one? Nah. That's better. A little droning. So yeah, you can see the layer lines. Nah, next. Next. I'll let that one run. I'm going to separate it from the head, actually. See, it just pops right out. Boom. That's not going to be enough. We need our files for that one. Wonderful little file set. This music always reminds me of Phantasm from the 1970s and 80s. Boy! If you know, you know. Get those rough edges off there. Clean that guy up. There we go. Needs a little more edge on it. There we go. Works. Let's clean up some of this ugliness. So you got, I mean, you're going to have rough areas, you know, with 3D printing, unless you're doing SLA. FDM, you're always going to have a little something, but you know what? I mean, considering some of the model kits I've seen in the past, this is pretty darn nice. All right, I'm gonna old man it here for a second because I can't see. So, gotta get in a little closer. Don't hate me because I'm old and beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Say I cleaned up a little bit. It's rounder. Take some of that edge off. I mean, honestly, you're not going to see the back side of it because this is what goes towards the head plate, but I don't know. I'm a stickler for detail. The best part about 3D printing is that in time, this is going to get so much better. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the layer lines on this print are smaller than what God has given you, and that is your fingerprint, you know, so I can't complain. We kind of beat nature with that one. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. This is probably dry by now. Now, let's see. Make sure we're in the right place. Okay. I'm gonna get a little more sand on this guy. Just to make sure. There we go. Let's see if it pops into place. Hey, look at that. That was a satisfying snap. And it moves just fine, too. Now get the head back on. Bada boom. Bada bing. That feels good. Now what we gotta do is try and test fit the carapace. Hopefully this is dry enough. This one, I'm always nervous about sticking this guy on here because I'm worried it's gonna pop in half. Never has, but I always do. Because, you know, the weakest link in the chain is, you know, the back here. Okay, so line this up with our locking holes. You can glue this on top, but I tend not to. I mean, it'd be very solid if you did glue it on top. Maybe after I'm done painting it. Okay, that's that. So you just gotta pop into the last notch here. Bing. There you have it. One carapace and upper torso completed practically. These are still loose, mind you. These don't go here, the upper hydraulics do, but you can see here the lower hydraulics that allow it to move back and forth. And it is very ugly in this state. But we're getting there. Ooh, what's that? I don't like that. You can see, I hate this. I hate it when super glue does that weird film from oxidization. So let's get in there with a Q-tip. Saliva. It's my model. I can do what I want. Very good. A little bit there. Not seeing it anywhere else. Okay. The question is, do I have the turret parts? Because we could put the turret together with this in place. Now, you know what? That doesn't look like it's seated properly. No, there we go. Now it's seated properly. A notch wasn't in there. Okay. Let's clean up here a little bit. Partake of my beverage. If you want to get something to drink, go right ahead. Gonna be here all night, or at least for a little while. Let's see what time it is. Oh, shoot. Well, it's 12:58, so I should probably be going. That was a fun test stream. See, things are working. I'm going to call it a night. So, to anyone, everyone who's out there, Godspeed. Good night. Tune in tomorrow. We'll try again. Back to the model building here. And I will see you guys. Have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Like, subscribe, and share, and all that malarkey. Excuse me.